you everyone for coming out tonight and for all the support of the faculty members who have helped us along the way and the donors who have helped fund many of the projects here tonight, including my own. With all of your support, everyone here tonight, that's how all these presentations and posters were made possible, so thank you all so much. My time at UNC could be wrapped up in one word: transformative. I remember meeting with Dr. Jenny Weber, my advisor, the spring before I transferred here. When she asked if I was planning on going to graduate school, I remember thinking, I'm lucky I'm even here now. I can't think that far ahead yet. Grad school really wasn't on my radar. To be honest, at that time, I probably couldn't have even told you what the different degree options were or how to go about obtaining one, and I definitely didn't know about academic research. Of my parents and 3 older siblings, I'll be the first of my family to obtain a bachelor's degree, let alone go to graduate school. Paying tuition and going to a 4-year university seemed like a big enough feat that grad school really wasn't talked about or expected of me. When I met with Dr. Weber at that time, I was anything but sure of graduate school and what I wanted to do with my degree. I was more concerned with staying within my comfort zone than planning beyond my bachelor's. After 2 years of studying what I love, along with the encouragement and push from my McNair director, Krista Kaufman, and my professors, especially my research mentor, Dr. Kim Mirza, and my advisor, Dr. Weber, I've completely changed my outlook. Ask me now what my plans are for school. I've been accepted to 5 different programs across the country, and I will begin my master's program in speech-language pathology this fall. I've never really focused on the fact that I'm a first-generation college student, nor have I really ever felt held back because of it. However, it's a completely new experience for me. Although my family has always been extremely supportive of me, I'm taking a very different path and going further in my education than my parents and my siblings did. I have my UNC supports to thank for guiding me through things like how to find funding for graduate school and how to search for quality research. Maybe this has forced me to work harder and make more connections, or maybe it was actually a blessing in disguise because it was how I was eligible to be in the McNair Scholars Program, which is ultimately how I'm speaking here tonight. I've transformed so much in my time here at UNC. My plans for the future, the time I put into studying, how serious I take my classes, and definitely my understanding of research. Before beginning the McNair program, I expected undergraduate research to be similar to other experiences I had had in research previously, which pretty much meant writing a short paper. I expected to pick a topic, go to the library and find some articles, maybe skim some textbooks for certain information, and then write a few pages about it, maybe even a few drafts. This is probably the amount of exposure to research that most undergraduate students get. As a McNair scholar, I've been able to go further than research about my topic in the library, although this is a major part of the process, and have actually designed and conducted my own research project. This project is not like a regular assignment that I spend just a couple weeks on and then turn in. Rather, a year-long process that has provided me so many learning opportunities. As I have progressed through each stage of the research project, I learned more about my topic and about research in general. From selecting my research questions, exploring previous research, through designing my study, collecting data, and then analyzing my results. I love when my topic is brought up in class, or even when related topics are brought up that were part of my literature review, because I feel so much more knowledgeable in that area and able to contribute to the class discussions. It's exciting to learn about a topic that really does interest me. We're all driven by curiosity at times. Something strikes our interest and we want to know more. So we ask our colleagues or our friends what they know, or we go straight to Google, right? This curiosity is what research is all about. That saying, curiosity killed the cat, I don't believe it. Curiosity is what led me to my field of speech-language pathology and to my research topic. When I was in high school, I coached gymnastics and gave individual lessons to 2-year-old twins who were developmentally delayed and a 5-year-old with autism who was almost completely nonverbal. Being 17 and all, I totally knew how to do it. Not really. Actually, I was very aware of how little I knew about how to work with these kids and what they had going on in their little brains and bodies. we were working on, but I had no idea how to effectively communicate with them or get them to understand my verbal directions. And I definitely didn't know how to deal with their behavioral issues. I wanted to know more. My curiosity about these children's disorders and their communication impairments just drove me to learn more about people with communications disorders, especially those with autism. So eventually, I discovered the field of speech-language pathology. With the support of the McNair program and my research mentor, Dr. Mirza, I get to study this topic that I've had a fascination for since I was in high school coaching those little boys. As many of you may have seen earlier tonight in my poster, my project is about the relationship between how people generate inferences in social situations and while reading, and how those abilities are related to empathy, age, gender, and major. For my project, I've learned that individuals with autism struggle to generate inferences, specifically about the emotions of another person, and these deficits can really affect their social lives and their academic success. Research has already found that there's a range of normal within a person's ability to generate inferences, indicating that certain groups of people may be better at generating inferences than others, and that individuals with autism have real deficits making inferences. We also know that there are some cognitive and some linguistic skills that a person must have to generate inferences in both contexts. But there's a gap in the research that needs to be filled. Other authors have yet to explore if reading inference and social inference are actually related, or if inference ability is related to how empathetic a person is. My findings from this study suggest that the two modalities of inference generation are separate skill sets, since the two modalities are only weakly correlated, which is important information for practitioners to know. Understanding more about inference generation in general is a first step in understanding more about deficits in this area in those with high-functioning autism, and then how to address those issues. Even without studying individuals with autism, since time constraints and resources made that less possible, I'm still able to make a contribution to the body of research for these individuals. Foundational research, such as my project, leads to more studies, more discoveries, and hopefully more ways to improve therapy techniques. Not only has my research allowed me to expand my knowledge within this area of my field, it has really prepared me for graduate level research, which is something so valuable to me. As a first-generation college student, I was not prepared in any way to conduct research. I was barely prepared for college. So I can imagine how overwhelming it would feel if my first exposure to research was in graduate school, where much more is expected of you. I'm fortunate that I've been able to learn about this process, about research, while the stakes are less high, and I have more time to really absorb the information. This experience has made me feel more prepared and ready to begin my master's program next fall. Because of this exposure I've had to research, grad school seems a little bit less intimidating, but just a little bit. As part of the research process, I'm constantly in Dr. Mirza's office and talking to other professors as well. I've been able to build relationships with my professors outside of classroom, which makes me feel so much more comfortable in class to speak up and ask questions. I feel a stronger sense of belonging now that my professors know me than when I first transferred here and I was just another student in their class. These things have really made me appreciate my time here at UNC. I began UNC unsure of graduate school, completely unaware of what undergraduate research is, and virtually unknown by my professors. Now, I'm making plans for graduate school, preparing my study for publication, and eager to continue doing research in grad school. The changes I've made since being here at UNC have taken place over the years I've been here, and I give a huge thanks to my professors, the McNair program, and my family support that have all helped me to get to where I am now and to where I plan to go next. So my time at UNC, in just one word, transformative. Thank you.